Hey guys, welcome to Heroes Avenue. Today's video is going to be about No Way Home spoilers. As you know, Andrew Garfield has previously denied that he was going to appear in No Way Home in past interviews before the movie was released. But if you have seen the movie, you know it was all a lie, and he does make a huge appearance along with Tobey Maguire. Garfield has broken silence since the release in recent interview with Variety and finally talked about his involvement with the film. When asked why did Andrew Garfield say yes to No Way Home, he said, "I wasn't expecting to ever have a conversation again about potentially playing Peter Parker. I felt very excited to just be a fan again. But I got this call from Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige and John Watts with this idea. It was immediately undeniable. It sounded incredibly fun, incredibly spiritual, trippy, and thematically interesting. On a base level, as a Spider-Man fan, just the idea of seeing 3 Spider-Men in the same frame was enough. The pitch was really enticing. They said, you played this character in your way, and what would you want to explore if you had an opportunity? If you were dumped into this other universe and faced with this younger you and this older you, how will you respond?" We talked a lot about mentorship. We talked a lot about brotherhood and about what it is to be the older brother, younger brother, and the middle brother. There's also a thing of seeing someone you love walking down a path that you've already walked down, and you know it doesn't lead the place where you ultimately meant to go. That character is isolated in his emotional experience and physical experience. But what happens when that aloneness gets blasted open and you come to realize that you've never been alone and there are other brothers going through the exact same thing? That's a big spiritual journey to go on, man. And then we just milked out all the fun that we could possibly have. When Variety commented saying his and Tobey's appearance wasn't a quick cameo, and how they actually had a huge role in Tom's Peter Parker's journey, he said, "We were shooting for 2 weeks, Tobey and I. But I think we managed to achieve something that is not just showing up and going, hi, bye. My Spider-Man got to save his younger brother's romantic relationship, potentially, and to heal the most traumatic moment of his own life through doing it for his younger brother. Making sure that he didn't have the same fate. There's something cosmically beautiful about that. It meant getting a second chance at saving Gwen. You know, the spirit that Zendaya brings to MJ is so heartfelt and pure and loving, and Emma brought that similar, unique spirit to Gwen." When asked what kind of things the Spider-Man actors share off-screen, he said, "I think the first time we were all in the suit together, it was hilarious because it's like just 3 ordinary dudes who were just actors hanging out. But then also, you just become a fan and say, oh my god, we're all in the suits and we're doing the pointy thing. There was talk about going to the bathroom and, patting around the package. We talked about what worked for each of us. Tom was jealous because I have little zippers in my suit that I can get my hands out of very easily. To work his phone, he had to use his nose because he couldn't access his hands. We would have deeper conversations too and talk about our experience with the character. And to have Amy Pascal there, who has seen through 9 movies, including Spider-Verse, it was a revelatory experience for her, realizing how much life and time she'd given to this character. That was beautiful and profound. There's a line I improvised in the movie, looking at Maguire and Holland, and I tell them I love them. That was just me loving them." When asked how this movie was a redemption to his amazing Spider-Man movies, Garfield said, "I am so grateful. I'm just really grateful that I got to tie up some loose ends for the Peter that I was playing. I love that character and I'm grateful that I got to work with these incredible actors, this incredible director, and Marvel in conjunction with Sony. It was joyful and a feeling of closure for me. There were so many unanswered questions for my Peter where we left it. I got to step back in and get some healing for him. And also really supporting Holland's Peter and honoring his character completing that trilogy, not distracting or detracting from it." When asked if Garfield would be open to returning again, he said, "I mean, yes, definitely open to something if it felt right. Peter and Spider-Man, those characters are all about service to the greater good and the many. He's a working class boy from Queens that knows the struggle and loss and is deeply empathetic. I would try to borrow Peter Parker's ethical framework in that if there was an opportunity to step back in and tell more of that story. I would have to feel very sure and certain in myself. Seeing Andrew Garfield return as Spider-Man along with Tobey and Tom was a huge moment for everyone, which is no surprise that this movie has racked up $1 billion already. It's great to hear that Garfield was excited to be involved from the very beginning, and I'm sure if the stars align, we may have another chance at seeing him suit up again, whether that's in a future Miles Morales movie where he plays the mentor or a possible Amazing Spider-Man 3 movie. Well, let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again.